Well, we've been totally consumed with playoff baseball here in Boston over the last month. We can now turn our attention to the high school football gridiron now that the Red Sox have won that small thing they call a World Series. On Friday, MIA high school football playoffs commenced with 7 Boston City League teams participating in the postseason. 2 of those games featured City League teams facing each other in round 1, including the Charlestown Townies, who paid a visit to the Boston North champion West Roxbury Raiders. Let's head out to Leo Seibert's field in West Roxbury. Charlestown and Westy, both these teams looking for their first playoff win in the new playoff format. We're going to pick it up in the first quarter, very early on. Stephen Williams passes it to the left side, but it goes through Jawan Ryan's hands. Louis Pena was the one who intercepted that one. Then it's Talif Stewart of West Roxbury finding pay dirt in the second quarter. He puts West Roxbury up 6-0 in the first half. Late in the second quarter, now it's Charlestown recovering a fumble of Lazarus McBean. That's Timothy Smith picking it up. He ties it up at the half at 6 apiece. Third quarter now, Charlestown and Westy territory. And right here, it's West Roxbury then recovering a fumble of Charlestown as Elderly Desire picks it up for the Raiders, gets them to the 10-yard line. Then from the 1, West Roxbury gives it to Israel Presume, who plows it in for the score. The Raiders go up 14-6 there midway through the third quarter. But Charlestown charges back. After the high snap, it's Terrell McQueenie getting the screen pass, making a couple of nice cuts right here, and then taking it to the house. 60-yard touchdown screen pass for McQueenie as he ties it up at 14 apiece there in the third quarter. Fourth quarter now, still tied up at 14. McQueenie off tackle with a nice run right here, gets it inside the 20-yard line for Charlestown as they're in business right there. Then on the next play, it's going to be Jawan Ryan getting the carry. This kid is so quick, bounces it to the outside for the score. Charlestown goes up 20-14, their first lead of the ball game. Ensuing kickoff, Talif Stewart making plays all over the field for West Roxbury. Here he has a great kick return down the left sideline for Westy, gets them inside the 25 of Charlestown. Carlos Roches would score a touchdown for Westy on that possession. Now Charlestown's next possession, Williams tries to go deep over the middle, but it's picked off by Talif Stewart, his second interception of the game. Then West Roxbury would answer later on. That's Lazarus McBean finding Louis Pena just short of the end zone. He takes it in for the touchdown as West Roxbury goes up 26-20. 14 seconds left now. Last chance for Charlestown. Williams is going to be sacked in the backfield by a slew of Raider defenders as West Roxbury goes on to win. They move on to the second round of the postseason. Here's a couple other scores from the high school football playoffs. O'Brien losing to Neshoba Tech 34-14. Soba with 2 passing and 2 rushing touchdowns for Neshoba. Latin Academy takes down East Boston 29-8. Zach Maffeo with 3 touchdown passes for the Dragons in that one. Also, a couple more City League schools in playoff action. Pope John takes care of Tech Boston 40-8. Mejia with 168 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and a rushing score for the Pope John Tigers. And New Mission English takes down Matignon St. Joseph, 2 co-op programs there, 42-20. And Sakari Hobbs, 210 total yards and 4 total touchdowns for the English New Mission Eagles. That's going to be your matchups for the next 2 playoff games. Latin Academy taking on Neshoba Tech. West Roxbury facing Boston English and New Mission. These are the only 3 City League teams left in the postseason. Both games are going to be on Friday night, November 2nd. Latin Academy Neshoba Tech at 7 p.m. and English West Roxbury at 6 p.m. over at Boston English High School. Just 3 City League teams left in the postseason. We'll see who can survive and advance past this upcoming week. That's going to do it for sports this week, folks. Be sure to come right back here next time for more on Boston Neighborhood Sports.